thanks for joining me. This is Travis Albright with the Bluebird Music Festival and Future Arts Foundation. Really sad that we couldn't see you in person this year for the festival, but I'm really excited and appreciative that so many of our musical friends have decided to donate their time for the special film, Strings and Stories. Strings and Stories is a small part of the festival that we have every year where musicians kind of take their time to play the songs that they may not always play, or maybe they're popular songs, and then give you a little background as to how those songs came to be. A lot of the musicians in this film have done that as well. We'd love to extend our Bluebird family, so please come visit us in Boulder, Colorado sometime. Visit us on Facebook, Instagram, and at bluebirdmusicfestival.org to keep track of what we're doing. But without further ado, Strings and Stories.
Hey there, my name is Wesley Schultz, and I play and sing in the Lumineers. I'm sad that the Bluebird Music Festival isn't happening in person this year, but I'm happy to participate in it in this way, and I hope it raises some money for the Future Arts Foundation, which, if you don't know, they supply musical instruments to many schools and also give the children of first responders and teachers free art opportunities. So, this is called Strings and Stories, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about a couple songs and play them for you. The first one I'm going to play is it's actually the first song on our first album, the self-titled album. And we were in the midst of, Jared and I were writing a lot and playing in New York City a lot, but it didn't seem like we had found what was our sound. We were, I think, imitating a lot. And then whenever I was warming up on guitar, I would always kind of do this strum pattern. It was sort of like... So I'd always be doing that for hours and hours. If I wasn't thinking, it would just be twiddling around on the guitar. And eventually it turned into this song, Flowers in Your Hair. And the song is sort of a free-form, lyrically, it's sort of free-form or stream of consciousness, but I had just lost my dad, and if you listen to our music at all, there are some themes running through it, and one of them for me is my dad and the loss of, when I lost him, it just had a big impact on my life, and it still is something I think about often. It was in 2007. So the hook in this song is be in my eyes, be in my heart. I wanted him to live on through us. And so this is called Flowers in Your Hair. And this is sort of, I remember sending the voice memo of this song to Jer, and there was a siren, a sort of beeping going on in the background, because I was living in Brooklyn and there was always a lot of sound in the background. And we tried to mimic that in the recording. But anyway, here it goes, Flowers in Your Hair. When we were younger, we thought everyone was on our side, and we grew a little and romanticized the time I saw flowers in your hair. 'Cause it takes a boy to live, it takes a man to pretend he was there. So then we grew a little and knew a lot, and how we demonstrated it to the cops, and all the things we said. We were self-assured, 'cause it's a long road to wisdom, it's a short one to being ignored. So be in my eyes, be in my heart, be in my eyes, aye, be in my heart. So now I think that I can love you back, and I hope it's not too late, 'cause you're so attractive. And the way you move, I won't close my eyes. Oh, it takes a man to live, but it takes a woman to make him compromise. Be in my eyes, be in my heart, thinking about the fact that there's a line in there. It says, it's a long road to wisdom, but it's a short one to being ignored. And I think that I was almost trying to tell myself that you need to be patient and you'll get there. And feels a little prophetic now or something, but really love that song. And that's a song that sort of got us going on the path to the first album. It was the first song we wrote, and a lot followed from there that were now cohesive. So a lot of love for Flowers in Your Hair. Let's do this next song. This next song it's called Cleopatra, and so originally I had this. I just had this line of Cleopatra. I didn't really have anything else to the song. I just knew it was I was Cleopatra, and then I had nothing for a long, long time. And eventually I met this friend of a friend. It was in the Republic of Georgia, so next to Russia. My wife's best friend happens to be from there originally, and she's moved back there. So we've been there and visited this place, but there was a taxi driver, and she had this just amazing love story where when she was probably 15 or 16, and in Georgia you don't have sex until you're married, so a lot of people get married young for religious purposes. And so she had just lost her father, and this boyfriend of hers at the time that she was madly in love with proposed to her in the midst of all this mourning and grieving of her father, over her father. So she said she was laying down in a bed. He came in and asked for her hand in marriage, and she was 16, and she had nothing to say back. She was hollowed out from the death of her father. And so she said nothing, and he left, and it had been raining that day. And so he had tracked in all this mud across the floor, across the rug. And they lived in a very small town, and he left that town and never returned after this moment. And she kind of thought she would see him the next day or for sure again, and she never did. And that was, for her, the great love of her life walked out of the room. And she told our friend that she never washed these muddy footprints off of her rug. She left them there because she didn't want to let him go. And later on in the song, there's a line, the only gifts from my Lord were a birth and a divorce. And she said the two greatest days of her life were when she had her son and when she got divorced from the other guy that she ended up marrying that she wasn't very happy with. So this is called Cleopatra. Here we go. Oh, we gotta tune this bad boy up. This is a cranky guitar sometimes. Strings and stories. All right, here we go. I was Cleopatra, I was young and an actress, when you knelt by my mattress and asked for my hand. But I was sad that you asked it, as I laid in a black dress with my father in a casket. I had no plans. Yeah. And I left footprints, the mud stained on the carpet, and they hardened like my heart did when you left town. Oh, but I must admit that I would marry you in an instant damn your wife, I'd be your mistress, just to have you around. But I was late for this, late for that, late for the love of my life. But when I die alone, when I die alone, when I die, I'll be on time. And while the church discouraged any lust that burned within me, yes, my flesh, it was my currency, but I held true. So I drive the taxi, and the traffic distracts me from the strangers in my backseat. They remind me of you. But I was late for this, late for that, late for the love of my life. When I die alone, when I die alone, when I die, I'll be on time. The only gifts from my Lord were birth and a divorce. But I've read this script and the costume fits, so I play my part. I was Cleopatra, I was taller than the rafters, but that's all in the past, love, gone with the wind. Now I'm loose in white shoes, leads me back to my guest room. It's a bedroom, and a place for the end. But I won't be late for this, late for that, late for the love of my life. When I die alone, when I die alone, when I die, I'll be on time. Thank you guys. Take care.
Hi Bluebird Festival, this is Jade Bird here and this is Luke Cross, my guitarist. We're lockdowning together. Obviously, as we can't be there this year, which we were super gutted about, we thought we'd give you some songs in the meantime. This first one's called Prototype. Put my heart in quarantine to try and analyze what it is that forces me to love the prototype of a first of all, leaving the night guys. Put my head into a dream to walk through the moves I made, to see what it is that forces me to a clear mistake of a love for We like to make some weird sound effects to make up for the invisible audience. Okay, this next song is called Aha. It's our last song for today, but thank you so much for just watching, and we hope to see you at Bluebird Music Festival next year, or very soon as possible. This one's called Aha. First you wake up, put on makeup in the bathroom, go to work and stay real late and text you she'll be back soon. Better wash his fingers round a pretty blonde Latin dude. I bet you never thought about that, did you? And it's none of my business, and I don't wanna get involved. If she's cool, I think you should be told. She got you on your knees like a little boy. Everybody sees that you got a little boy. She's got a box full of pretty daddy lollipop. She lets you if you wanna say, uh-huh. She makes your skirt so you don't ask her if you can check her phone. Talk about the guys at work so you feel egocentric. Like fancy cars and football teams. She like continental with a European accent and she speak. Oh, so gentle. It's none of my business, and I don't wanna get involved. If the she's cool, I know. She got you on your knees like a little boy. Everybody sees that you got a little boy. She's got a box full of pretty daddy lollipop. She lets you if you never wanna say, uh-huh. You don't seem to see. But why should it work? She's doing what you did to me. She would you don't seem to see. But why should it work? She's doing what you did to me. She got you on your knees like a little boy. Everybody sees that you got a little boy. She's got a box full of pretty daddy lollipop. She lets you if you never wanna say, uh-huh. She lets you if you never wanna say, uh-huh. She lets you if you never wanna say, uh-huh. There we go. Thank you so much for watching. This is my very unsmooth turning off process. Whee!
Hey, this is Mason Jennings. Thank you for tuning in. This song is a song I wrote a few years ago when I met my wife Josie. I was living at a farm at the time and taking all these walks in this old growth woods, and every day an owl would come and sit right beside me, and it was in the middle of the day and it would just look down at me, and I was like, what is going on? So eventually I looked up owl medicine, and it turns out owl stands for, in Native American medicine, for finding light in the darkness and seeing what others can't see. So I took that as a good sign. And this is a song I wrote during that time. It's a song called I Know You. You're not just some good reason to me. You're not just some other place to be. Your every move is precious to me. Your heart is magic and foreign to me, but I know you. But I know you. And I've never felt nothing like this before. And I don't know what to expect anymore. You're bringing out new colors in me. Your heart is hidden in straight mystery, but I know you. But I know you. But I know you. But I know you. hearts are aching, we know that we're not mistaken. Every dream we dream keeps coming true. Even though nothing's for certain, we know that there's magic working. All we wanna do is see it through. All we wanna do is see it through now. All we wanna do is see it through. See it through. See it through. We felt it, and we felt it alive. We knew it, and we knew it was time. Most people, they don't make sense to me. I don't know much in this world, you see, but I know you. But I know you. Yeah, I know you. I know you.
Hello, sisters and brothers of the Mighty Bluebird Festival. It's an honor to join the quarantine party. I hope you all are staying safe and well. And here's a couple songs for you. Things could be stranger, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes now. We could spend a lifetime trying to figure it out. I'm going through changes now that have just begun under a purple sun. There's many reasons we are what we've become. I'm going through changes, ripping out pages. I'm going through changes now. I knew it once, but I forgot. I'm going through changes now. We want everything but what we've got. I'm going through changes now. Maybe it's too soon under a purple moon, but I'd ride off with you in a big balloon. I'm going through changes, rattling cages. I'm going through changes now. Things could be different, but I don't know how. I'm going through changes, through all this strangeness. I'm going through changes now. Here's a new song that I wrote a couple weeks ago. And it's been a wild time, but all this home time has allowed me to work on some new music, which I'm very grateful for. And here's one of those songs. It's called Morning Prayer. God, give me the strength today. I offer myself to thee. From this bondage, set me free. Help me see the nature of my wrongs. In your grace I will be strong. This old world is full of fear and greed. Love, it is the door and faith's the key. From this bondage, set me free. And I offer myself to thee. God, with you I can be whole. If I surrender my control. Though I still wanna run the show, but I'm trying to let go. This whole world is full of fear and greed. Love, it is the door and faith's the key. Nothing is deserved nor guaranteed. And I offer myself to thee. My mother, father, and brother, to a world down on its knees, I pray for thee. To the restless and the wild, to the broken, tamed, defiled, to all of us who crave more than we need, and I pray for thee. For myself to thee. Love is the key down to the stars. I lit a flame to dance in the dark. You could break my bones, you could break my heart, but you'll never break me. Love is the ocean, we are the fish. Love the surge and we are the stitch. I've been wounded, but I promise you this, you will never break me. Yeah. Love is the Buddha, the Christ on the cross. The angels are weeping their tears for us. The loss of our kindness, it comes at a cost. Let's fall in love with our telephones off. Love's my president, my lord, and my boss, and you'll never break me. Yeah! president, my lord, and my boss. And you'll never break me. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to each other, and see you when the madness passes. Much love. Peace.
Hey y'all, my name's Adia Victoria. I am a blues folk artist. I'm originally from Spartanburg, South Carolina, but I'm based in Nashville, Tennessee. That's my cat, Shelby Foot. And I like to write songs about the South, the land, the people. It's my favorite place in the world. Probably gonna die here. I'm super bummed that I couldn't be at the festival with y'all, but I know that we're safer together. I look forward maybe to meeting my Bluebird Festival family down the line. But in the meantime, this is a new song that I wrote about everything, and it's called Far Gone. Brother, keep your boys away from me. No, they don't hold much sway with me. Tell me about the fears keeping you up at night. You worry over bills you cannot pay. You worry over feelings you can't explain. It gets so awful lonely, you're wondering, am I the only person who is feeling this? I want to fly, but am I too far gone? Tell me, am I too far gone? I wanna touch the sky, but am I too far gone? Tell me, am I too far gone? Now I've been wondering about the stories that the rivers hold, the bones buried by them with their weight in gold. Nobody tells their stories so they don't get told. No, they don't get told. They don't get told. The preacher man will tell you it will be okay. The sun will shine again and it's a brand new day. But I forget to remember everything he says. I got too many voices up in my head. I want to fly, but am I too far gone? And tell me, am I too far gone? I wanna touch the sky, but am I too far gone? And tell me, am I too far gone? Looking right at me and my reflection asks me, who are you lately? Who are you lately? Yes, I've been hiding. Does a heart still beat inside me? Yeah, it do, baby. Yeah, it do. I want to fly, but am I too far gone? And tell me, am I too far gone? I wanna touch the sky, but am I too far gone? And tell me, am I too far gone? I want to fly. I want to fly. The second song that I want to share with you guys is by one of my favorite musicians, writers, poets, Bill Withers. We lost Bill last month. It kind of felt like the start of when everything really became real with the virus. And he actually died the first day that I went into quarantine from my day job. And I just remember feeling like such a switch, that what we thought of as normal had ended, and what a way to mark this shift by the passing of one of our greatest poets. He was such an incredible man, an incredible American, and I love the way that he distilled, Black experiences into something that was universal and so damn human and real. And this song that I'm going to play is actually the first blues song that I fell in love with when I was a little girl. You might recognize it from Blackstreet's No Diggity, but that's how I first found it. But it's Grandma's Hands by Bill Withers, and I play it and I think about my own grandmother, wondering when I'm going to get to see her again, and just, God, like how much we've lost, and just the power of like touch and hands. And I feel like a lot of us are missing that right now. So this song it means a lot to me right now. So thank you, Bill. Grandma's hands clapped in church on Sunday morning. Grandma's hands played the tambourine so well. Grandma's hands used to issue out a warning. She'd say, Billy, don't you run so fast. Might slip on a piece of glass. Might be snakes there in that grass. Grandma's hands. Grandma's hands to the local lumber mother. Grandma's hands used to ache sometimes and swell. Grandma's hands used to lift her face and tell her, she'd say, baby, Grandma understands that you really love that man, but put yourself in Jesus' hands. Grandma's hands. Grandma's hands used to hand me a piece of candy. Grandma's hands lift me up each time I fell. Grandma's hands, boy, they really came in handy. She'd say, Maddie, don't you whip that boy. What you wanna spank him for? He didn't drop no apple core, but I don't have Grandma anymore. If I get to heaven, I'll be looking for Grandma's hands. Ooh, Grandma's hands. Grandma's hands. Y'all take care of each other.
Okay. Hello there. I'm Josiah Johnson. I am really glad to be part of another Future Arts Foundation event. I have come out for Strings and Stories and the Bluebird Music Festival, and pre that, way back in the day. It's really wonderful to be here. Here's a song called Nobody Knows. I wrote this song, I remember I was getting sober, and I was kind of in just this period of learning and kind of growing and examining like ways that I had been living my life, and one of the things that kept coming up was the way that I learned what a man was, with like the cultural references that I had from movies, or just from like, icons and like the people that get praised in public. And my idea of even back to like the classic one is like the Marlboro cowboy, the like stoic, master of not having feelings and being strong and silent. And I just that wasn't working for me anymore, and I needed to learn new ways to be in the world, and I was at this tipping point where I was going like, oh, I'm excited because I'm learning that like being vulnerable isn't the worst thing in the world, even if it's scary and like
having feelings. Like, yes, it's intense, but like they pass if I just like let myself feel them. And so just all these different things were shifting and changing about like what it is to be a man, and learning how to be more a part of my community than being like a lone wolf type person. Anyways, this song came out of that. It's called Nobody Knows. I hope you love it. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for having me. I always thought I'd be a potted plant. I grow the beauty even with my dirty hands. Always thought I'd be a well-kept man, and you would take me out to dance and again. Always thought I'd be a wilderness. I could be a savior in a white linen dress. I could learn to clean up every time I made a mess, and you would take me out to dance and again. But nobody knows the trouble you're in. Nobody knows the trouble you've seen. Nobody knows the trouble you're in. Stop hiding. When you were poor, I'd smoke your cigarettes. You went unfed and I ate your last baguette. When you were rich, I would sleep at the foot of your bed and beg you take me out to dance and again. Nobody knows the trouble you're in. Nobody knows the trouble you see. Nobody knows the trouble you're in. You can tell me. We cannot save each other, and I don't want to say that I need your love, dear. 'Cause when we're lost and tired from the cold and the road and the fire, I hope you'll take me out to dance and again. I hope you'll take me out to dance and again. I hope you'll take me out to dance and again. I hope you'll take me out to dance and again. I hope you'll take me out to dance and again. Thank you. I just was on a Zoom kind of check-in call with the band that I play, that plays live with me. And right before COVID started, we had like a 2-week tour that was kind of like this culmination of a lot of work of getting songs done and recorded and arranged and the record finished and album art done and all of this stuff, and just starting to I used to be in this band called The Head and the Heart, and I left 4 years ago, so 5 years ago maybe, and it's been a long journey to get to this first solo record, and it's coming out later this year. It's coming out in September, and whew. Anyways, I've been playing songs in my bedroom for the last 4 years while I was working on getting sober, living at my parents' house, taking things slow and things were just ramping up, and that last song is just such a jammer live. Like, I can't help but move, and I'm in my bedroom trying to capture, you know, I miss that energy of being in a room with people playing music. I'm thankful that I am a singer and get to play songs for you now, but man, I miss touring with that band. So I wish I could be in Colorado with Future Arts Foundation, and I wish I could be all over the place playing songs for people. That being said, here we are, and I'm really fortunate to get to be playing songs for you at all. This next song I'm going to play is called False Alarms. And it came to me in chunks. The chorus came first, and nothing else came for probably 9 months or a year. And the chorus came, I was over at my friend Kim's house, and we were I think one of us had a hard night, and it was like, can you come over? And we came over and we were talking, and I think relationships were ending, relationships were starting, and we were talking about going back over our lives and talking about there's just feeling I was thinking about my relationship with John, who I started Head in the Heart with, and I remember being in that band, and there were some things that he did so well that I wasn't very good at, and some things that I did really well that he wasn't very good at. And I remember just the chemistry of us finding each other was one of the things that made that band such a wonderful thing for me. But all throughout my time in that band, and in that relationship, I remember being too afraid to grow. I knew that I was going to have to put myself out there in ways that he was really good at, being fearless creatively and collaborating with people and writing songs more often. And I was just, I didn't take the opportunity to grow until I was out of that, until I left the band. And then I didn't have him to rely on, and I had to do it on my own. And we were talking about just how some relationships are like that, where you're in a nest and you got to leave the nest if you're gonna learn how to stand on your own 2 feet and learn how to develop into the person that you're meant to be. And so this is a song kind of about relationships like that, where for better or worse, I've had plenty of relationships that were good for their time, and then I was gonna have to leave and go my own way to do the growing or become the next thing that I was gonna become. I don't think that you need to do that, but that's been a thing that's happened in my life. So this is a song about that sort of thing. And then also there was when the song finally got finished, I was kind of feeling like I was coming out on the other side of a lot of the struggle and a lot of the change and kind of moving into a next phase of my life and still having a lot of doubts. I think a lot of as people do, life is uncertain. And it helps me to come back and remember. It helps me to focus even if there's a lot of terrible things all around me, and whether that's in the world around me or inside my brain, because my brain can be a pretty inhospitable place sometimes. It's good to remember things that are true, even in the middle of all of that. Even in the middle of the hard stories of the hard world. So there's a moment towards the end of the song when I'm just oh yeah, and still in spite of all of this, where I'm going is not where I've been, and focusing on all of the love and support that I have in my life instead of whatever things have gone wrong or whatever things are hard helps me. when I'm in the middle of the shit. Doesn't solve the problem, but it helps. Anyways, here's a song called False Alarms. Do you remember when we first met? We were taking turns singing songs about grandmothers. I believed in the beauty of the unexpected connection and drew in all of the good that I had been expecting. Do the work to keep yourself open to other people's magic. You devoured me whole like a ravenous animal. Every single thing you said was the best I'd ever heard. Couldn't keep a drop, you were dreaming yourself down and out, but it only takes one fierce love to raise you up from the ground. But I stopped calling my mama, I tried to adopt yours, tried to forget where I came from and the hurt that I caused. Thank God for the seers who can't perceive where we are headed, with patience for the long road we've been walking on. It takes a real big heart to hold that line. But don't be alarmed. This was always gonna break your heart. We had so many false starts. We set so many false alarms. False alarms. There's a new vibration on my tongue tonight. I see it getting older, I feel it coming right. You walk out the door into the street, I see you looking around for me. We have made of possibilities, we are firing like pottery. But don't be alarmed. This was always gonna break your heart. We had so many false starts. We set so many false alarms. False alarms. Don't let your mind get stuck in that game. In the times when it goes the wrong way, you will get hurt or you will make mistakes. There will not always be the right words to say, but you were built upon generations of love. When you forget where you are headed, know that that's what you were made of. We are built upon generations of love. It is a pleasure that I want for you, and you will know the depth of our love. With every single day I show up, a song of worship on my tongue. Don't be alarmed. This was always gonna break your heart. We had so many false starts. We set so many false alarms. False alarms. Don't think. Don't be alarmed, this was always gonna break your heart. We had so many false starts, we set so many false alarms, false alarms. Thank you. I'm Josiah Johnson. I have an album coming out this year, a first album under this name, Josiah Johnson, on Anti Records, September 4th. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. I hope you're doing well.
Of the many wonderful things about John Prine, one of my favorite things is that he was a mail carrier and would write songs while he was delivering mail in his head, which I can relate to. I write songs while I'm just doing whatever in my head and just run and get a paper and pen when I can. But when I heard that John Prine passed away, I bought a bunch of stamps from the post office to try to support them. I probably would have done that anyway, but it felt like a beautiful act of love for one of my favorite songwriters, who is hopefully resting in peace. And I hope you guys go out and buy some stamps too. But the main occupation these days is killing the blues. That's what I've been trying to do. Hey everybody, this is a song called Killin' the Blues by John Prine. May he rest in peace. Here's to everybody killing the blues out there. I'm trying. Leaves are falling just like embers, in colors red and gold. They set us on fire, burning just like a moonbeam in our eyes. Oh, somebody said they saw me swinging the world by the tail, bouncing over a white cloud, killing the blues. I'm guilty of something I hope you never do, 'cause there's nothing sadder than losing yourself in love. Oh, somebody said they saw me. I was swinging the world Here's a Bill Withers song that I really love that has a potential to feel kind of cheesy, but I think it's just because it's really beautifully simple and true. And sometimes things are cliche just because they're so true. So here's Lean on Me. Sometimes in our lives we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if there are things that you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand, 'cause we all need somebody to lean on. 'Cause I just might have a problem that you understand. Oh, we all need somebody to lean on. And if there is a load that you have to bear and that you can't carry, I'm right up the road, and I'll share your load if you just call me. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. Well, I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
Hey everybody, it's Ron, morning show host of 105.5 The Colorado Sound, the official radio sponsor of the Bluebird Music Festival. We've been involved with the festival since the very first one a handful of years ago, so like you, we were very disappointed that the Bluebird Music Festival couldn't happen this year. But we are thrilled to be part of this event that you're watching right now, sort of a consolation prize, if you will, of the Bluebird Music Festival going away this year. But look at what you get here tonight. How great is it that the Future Arts Foundation and the Bluebird Music Festival have pulled together all these fantastic musicians that you're seeing tonight, all for a wonderful festival and all to support a very, very worthwhile cause. We do want to let you know that if you're able and you'd like to donate to the Future Arts Foundation, there's a couple of ways that you can do it. You can go to fafcolorado.org or Bluebird Music Festival also. You'll be helping to put instruments into the hands of students and helping out the families of teachers and first responders also. So a big thank you for whatever it is that you can do. And keep in mind, you can hear all of these musicians that you're seeing here at the Colorado Sound at either 105.5 along the Front Range of Colorado or all over the world online at coloradosound.org. Sit back, get ready to enjoy the second half of Strings and Stories. Again, thank you so much for being here. Peace to you.
Hey Lily,
Yeah.
can you tell me the story behind the song you did for Strings and Stories?
Oh yeah, that's funny you should ask, Mindy, because I had recorded the song, but I forgot to include the story that went along with it. I was gonna try and maybe like redo the story part and add it on, but you know, I had to get my hair right and try to make it look the same. I am wearing the same clothes. But anyway, yeah, it's a song that goes back many years for me, back in the early days of Old Crow Medicine Show. And it's a personal story, you know. But we had just moved to Nashville, and we were living in the mountains in North Carolina, and we just moved to Nashville, Tennessee, and this is just after my father had died. Like within 2 weeks after, we were in Nashville, and we were living in this big house way out on the end of Dickerson Ave, and we all had our own rooms there, and we would all just kind of go up and do our own thing in our bedrooms all day, you know, and everyone would sort of work on their own songs or paint or whatever it is that we did. And, you know, I was working up there and trying to, you know, move on, and it was a hard time though. I was really grieving. But I was working on this song, and I took a break and I went downstairs, and downstairs in the living room, there was one of my bandmates, Critter, and Critter was in tears, and he was having a real hard time just sitting there on the couch, just kind of breaking up, you know, and it really struck me that at that moment that all of those guys were going through this thing with me. You know, it was an event that we were all there for, and it affected them too. So it really hit me. You know, so I had something to say. I had something to write about all of a sudden. So I went upstairs and I wrote out this first verse and a chorus, and it all just poured out onto the page. You know, like you hear people say, the good songs are written, you know, real quick when you have something to say. So I had this first verse and a chorus and like a second verse. And it was like the first half of the second verse. And then I got stuck, as I always do. So I took it downstairs. Catch, my other bandmate, was sitting at the kitchen table, and I just handed him what I had, and I said, "Here, man, finish this." And he took a look at it, and he really liked it. He thought it was good, and he just started scratching out verses for it. And again, it was real quick. Like, I mean, I want to say it was like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, might have been longer, you know. But he just within, you know, no time at all, he had like 3 or 4 more verses. And we had enough to cut some out. And then we had this song, and you know, in my eyes, it was like the first time. You know, I'd been trying to write songs since I was like 15 or 16, but this was like the first thing that I've ever done that was like my first like grown-up song. And I wasn't so sure about it at first, but when it came time to record our first sort of major record, all the guys really wanted to put it on the record, so they kind of talked me into it, you know. And it turned out that it's
Sort of stood the test of time.
Thank you for sharing.
Yep. Well, all right, everybody. I've been here at home in my house for the past few months, and I'm pretty sure that just about everybody else has been at home in their house for the past few months. So I'll sing a little song about that. Well, my friend, I can see your face so clear. A little bit tired, a little worn through the years. You sound nervous, you seem alone. I hardly recognize your voice on the telephone. In between, I remember just before we wound up broken down. We drive out to the edge of the highway, follow that lonesome dead-end road sign sound. We're all in this thing together, walking the line between faith and fear. This life don't last forever. When you cry, I taste the salt in your tears. Well, my friend, let's put this thing together. Walk the path worn out feet have trod. 'Cause if you want it, we can go on forever. Give up your jaded ways, spell your name to God. We're all in this thing together, walking the line between faith and fear. This life don't last forever. When you cry, I taste the salt in your tears. fancy shoes to grace our feet. All there is a slow road to freedom, with heaven above and the devil beneath. We're all in this thing together, walking the line between faith and fear. This life don't last forever. When you cry, I taste the salt in your tears.
Hi, everybody. Ben Kaufmann here. In a minute or so, you're going to hear Aijala, my bandmate from Yonder Mountain String Band, and me perform one of my songs called Straight Line. And I guess we're supposed to sort of tell you a little bit about it. I'm trying to remember. A lot of music and memories have been made and lost over the course of my career. And if I can remember correctly, I wrote this song shortly after I got my first mandolin, which is still the mandolin that I have and play from time to time with varying degrees of success. And I stumbled across the chord progression first, and then wanted to put lyrics to it. And the more I thought about it, I kept having this this idea come to me called, it was basically like loosely based around the concept of feeling compelled to do something or follow a path that was different than maybe what your friends or your family would have suggested that you do. And in my case, it was very much about following this crazy dream or idea that I could somehow be successful playing bluegrass music, in particular bluegrass bass. And some of the people who are older and wiser than me that I am related to maybe thought that was kind of crazy, and at the very least not without some risk. And so while I appreciated their advice, I did follow my instinct and maybe my heart, and so far anyway, it seems to have been a really good decision for me. Anyway, so I wrote this song. It's called Straight Line, and it's about, I suppose, following your dreams and maybe resisting what might be a powerful temptation to toe the line and do something that might make other people happy, but at the end of the day maybe cost you something that you can't maybe ever recover. I think the song is actually shorter than this intro to it. Aren't you lucky? Anyway, Take it away, Ben and Adam. All right. A little sunset in California music. Jamming. Just me and the mosquitoes. And Adam. What's up, dude?
Not much.
All right. Straight line. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, get it. Haven't I been down this road before? I feel I recognize this place, although I can't be sure. Don't I owe myself a little more? I didn't play my cards right then, but I played the same hand once again. And we choose to walk the straight line, thinking it's the wind that's trying to push us to the side, and never stop to take a look behind, hoping that tomorrow will see us safely down the straight line. I thought I'd seen some good in that straight line. The road, it's smooth and easy, but never changes with the miles, and with each step I seem to get more tired. There's someone up around the bend, yeah, I heard him say the road, no, it never ends. And we choose to walk the straight line, thinking it's the wind that's trying to push us to the side, and never stop to take a look behind, hoping that tomorrow will see us safely down the straight line. Haven't I been down this road before? I always trust my neighbors, but I always lock my door. And don't I owe myself a little more? 'Cause in the end the rising sun illuminates a life never begun. What good is it to walk the straight line, thinking it's the wind that's trying to push us to the side, and never stop to take a look behind, hoping that tomorrow will see us safely down the straight line. See us safely down the straight line. The straight line.
Well, hey there, Bluebird Music Festival. This is Dave Simonett, coming to you from my little studio here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Not nearly as cool as playing at the actual show in Boulder, but that's what we're doing now. I was asked to do a little songs and stories performance in lieu of the actual event happening. So I thought I'd play a song. Well, you know, my performance at the Bluebird was supposed to be part of my album release tour for my solo record, but in thinking about what to do for this, a Trampled by Turtles song came to mind, and I wrote this song at a time when the band wasn't it wasn't even a band. We went off the road, didn't know if we were going to come back or not. I was doing some other projects, and the other guys were too. And really the long and the short of it was that I really just needed a break. We were touring kind of nonstop, touring and come back, make an album, tour, make an album, tour, and I was burnt out. And I spent a lot of time in that state of mind, until, and I don't know if this realization came at one time or over a period of time, but I realized that I was just being kind of an idiot with how I was thinking about my life as a musician, and how I was taking so much of it for granted, and allowing the kind of the small parts of it that wore me out to take over the entire picture. And so I wrote this song, "Life is Good on the Open Road," and it's probably about many things, but part of what it is about is enjoying a life of traveling and playing music. I mean, it's almost sounds dumb to say that I needed to remind myself to enjoy that, but now at this time when none of us are able to do that, I didn't even need another reminder, but I got one about how special this life is, and how lucky I am to partake. So I thought I would play "Life is Good on the Open Road," and I hope it will be again soon. Lion fever, hitting moon, restless wind in the calling moon, dying fast like the highest noon. Well, I never learned from nothing. Feather falls the river light, the warm and shaking summer night. I have two friends, but one is right, and he's older now than ever. Run so fast through the fields in May, and I forgot what I had to say. Yeah, I've never been through a harder day than the one that left your ghost here. Life is good on the open road. We're closer now than we'll ever know. Yeah, the light inside you comes and goes, but it never really goes out. All right, thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves out there.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks, Travis, for having me and Songs and Stories and the Bluebird Music Festival. So happy to be helping raising money for schools and getting some instruments in there. I'm going to start off playing a song off of my upcoming record. It's actually the title track. It's called Sojourn of a Burning Sun. In the heat of the helpless deed, the universe gave way. Separated from the swelling sea, come rolling in a single wave. In the warmth of the mother's womb, the web of what's to come. Soon the days when the flowers bloom, oh, the sojourn of a burning sun. In the darkness of grooming bright, in the light of the crescent moon, as the children play seeking hide, oh, the stars will shine here soon. Our lungs, they are breathing life, our hearts are beating drums. In the wake of a static splash, oh, the sojourn of a burning sun. In the cauldron of all that is, on the altar of your heart, every fire that has ever blazed must have started from a spark. In the shadows of the night, the bottom of the rung, the friction of the atmosphere, oh, the sojourn of a burning sun, oh, the sojourn of a burning sun. For the next tune, I'll play it off my EP. It's called Steal the Night Away. Been burning it hot, been looking all over for you. Calling your name, but I can't hear a whisper. Been bringing it in, been asking the universe. I'm smiling big, but I'll be crying by the end of the verse. Been letting down my heartstrings, and I'm feeling you tug. Your kiss is not a contract, it's a gateway drug, and I'm high. Go for a ride, steal the night away. You just be you, you speak your truth. There's nothing that you cannot say. Let's go for a ride, steal the night away. I'll just be me, I'll just be free. I can't put my finger on. Been looking for the medicine, but it can't do a song. Been yearning for your touch, and I'm thinking that you feel the same. You've been holding a flush, but I ain't playing the game. Been letting down my heartstrings, and I'm feeling you tug. Your kiss is not a contract, it's a gateway drug, and I'm high. Oh, let's go for a ride, let's steal the night away. Yeah, you just be you, you speak your truth. There's nothing that you cannot say. Let's go for a ride, let's steal the night away. I'll just be me, I'll just be. I was stomping pretty hard, and these books fell over here, so it was a good time. Hope you enjoyed it.
Hey everybody, my name is Grahame Lesh. from Midnight North and the Terrapin Family Band. I'm coming from you from the Bay Area in California at my home, sheltered in place, as with the rest of us. I'm really happy to be here making some music for the Future Arts Foundation and for Strings and Stories. I had a great couple nights playing shows, Strings and Stories shows in Longmont, Colorado last year. Pretty wonderful solo acoustic experience for me. And I'm really happy to play you a few more songs now. This first one I'm going to play is a Midnight North song that I wrote called Under the Lights. I hope soon we'll be back playing music under some lights for you all soon. Can't keep from watching this wreck, like a slow car crash we all rubberneck. And they tell you that it's all on you, you know that's what they always had to do. This town just feels just a little too small, just a couple of bars and that's a strip mall. Did they always stay quite that hard, or had you never gotten quite that far? And it all starts in your own wire, and all the noise just takes you higher right now. The last thing on your mind. This is a few nights under the lights, 40 years on the grind. I bet you a dream but not prepared. What's the point when nobody cared? Daddy fought and Mama ran, but you ain't the only one without a plan. And there's no blueprint for small town fame, and no one ever told you all the same. Hold on dear, blow it out. But even the best strip has no the thunder roars, the song is crying, and no one stops your heart from lying right now. The last thing on your mind. This is a few nights under the lights, 40 years on the grind. Now the need has gone away, off with believers who couldn't stay. Somehow you've gotten good at this. It's the rest of life that will give you fits. Begin again, and now forever you made the choice to do it better right now. The last thing on your mind. This is a few nights under the light, and 40 years on the grind. 40 years on the grind. That's Under the Lights, a song I wrote for my band Midnight North. I'm going to play a couple more tunes by them. One of them is very new. We've played live a few times, but being home here has been a great chance to work on some songs, and at future shows, maybe nice solo acoustic shows like the Strings and Stories shows. All these songs will come out. All these ones that we've honed, that we've worked on right now, they'll be out, and in better shape than ever. So this is a new one. This is called Stars Falling. There's a clarifying moment when it all has come and gone. Just an image long forgotten from a moment hard won. If I told you how it ended, would you do it all again? In that moment, we saw the stars falling. All the edges had been faded, all the focus narrowed down. But that melody never wavered, though trouble came around. You could tell a happy ending, but life had other plans. I go back to when we saw the stars fall, and I will raise my head high while thunder plays and God's cry. And I turn my gaze to the night sky, and it will be like stars falling. It's more than just an ending as the aftermath begins. More than a reckoning, I need to build again. You can walk among the wreckage and bring me back to home, but that North Star will not rise tomorrow. And I will raise my head high while thunder plays and God's cry. I turn my gaze to the night sky, and it will be like stars fall. Where have all my warning signs when I had the eyes to see? I threw my caution to the wind and it flew right back at me. All the roads we could have roamed, I will walk them on my own. Maybe one day I will live to cross your path again. I will never see the forest, I focus on the tree. So much life is left forgotten, I can only work on me. Left me no direction, no North Star left to find. What's left but letting my heart decide? And I will raise my head high while thunder plays and God's cry. I turn my gaze to the night sky, and it will be like stars fall. Yeah, it will be like stars fall down. All right, that stars falling. Now I got one more. This is a song called The Long View, or Longview. I wrote this with my friend Nathan Grahame. He had a full chorus, and I sort of built the song around that. Great chorus, as you'll see, and some lyrics that I really like and that I think about a lot these days. Let's take the long view. Lost one night far from home. Take that chance that the route is known by someone near. Clear blue skies, celestial sphere. Us mortals, we're in constant fear of losing time. Maybe I'll get older and learn this is how it's done. Or I can stay a little longer in the sun. Listen, I like building a ship in a bottle, I like rowing a boat on the open sea. I look past you looking at me, I take the long view. For fresh eyes, catch big waves, avoiding dead guys and deep graves as we ride. Green signs and painted road lines ain't never started early, but always give them over time. Maybe we'll get older and we'll take back all that time. Or I can stay for just one more glass of wine. Listen, I like building a ship in a bottle, I like rowing a boat on the open sea. I look past you looking at me, I take the long view. I like holding a note for a moment, I like taking another look at you. I give up all my easy days, I take the long view. Like a golden eagle soaring high above, I wanna run home for too long. Like all the smiles spotted far below, I wanna run home for too long. The rain falls down first in weeks, still my breath while heaven cries itself to sleep. Next year will come, more dry ground. What can we do but wait here while it all burns down? Maybe I'll get older and learn this is how it's done. Or take the view that our revival has begun. Listen, like building a ship in a bottle, like rowing a boat on the open sea. I look past you looking at me, I take the long view. I like holding a note for a moment, I like taking another look at you. I give up all my easy days, I take the long view. Take the long view. Thanks, everybody. I'm Grahame Lesh. Much love to all of you all and to the Future Arts Foundation and Strings and Stories. Hope we see you soon.
What's up, Bluebird Festival? I hope y'all are doing all right. I am here in front of my home in Louisville, Kentucky to play some original songs for you. I hope you're staying healthy at home And this tune's called Something Somewhere Sometime. Sometimes I feel like an arrow, fighting something somewhere long ago. Whether it moved or I missed where I'm bound, I don't yet know. But if you see me coming, oh, I probably pass you by on my way to something somewhere sometime. Sometimes I find myself reeling, listening and rolling in a plastic sea. Yes, there's signs and signals bidding for attention from me. So turn on your city, oh, and I will turn on mine, and we'll hum and glow like something somewhere sometime. Oh, and if I've wounded you, I'm sorry, I had good intentions. And if I've wounded you, I'm sorry, Lord. Oh, 'cause it happens all the time. You remind me of a reason had by someone so many years ago to send words through wires and build highways from coast to coast. But those words fell short on your roads, have worn with time on our way to something somewhere sometime. Oh, and if I've wounded you, I'm sorry, I had good intentions. And if I wounded you, I'm sorry, Lord. Oh, 'cause it happens all the time. Sometimes I feel like an arrow, fighting something somewhere long ago. All right, that one was called Something Somewhere Sometime. Here's one that is a good reminder for all of us that we have a whole lot to give in these times. Even though we're also sacrificing a lot, we are very fortunate to have the ability to do so. So this tune's called A Whole Lot to Give. Just pace yourself. Feel the friction in your mind. Consider this opportunity to move against the tides. Oh, such thoughtful maps of an ever-changing coast, drawing lines where they never were, just to see if they might be long. Whoa, but you got a whole lot to give. You got a whole lot to give. Oh, you got a whole lot to give. Oh, yes, you got a whole lot to give. Just quit chasing your tail. You're tracking mud all over the place. Lord, don't you remember the voice you used when you spoke of precious things? Whoa, but you got a whole lot to give. You got a whole lot to give, yeah, yes. You got a whole lot to give. Oh, yes, you got a whole lot to give. Thank you all. There's a tune called A Whole Lot to Give. I hope you all are enjoying your Bluebird Festival. Again, it's a crazy time here. You know, here in Kentucky, we would have been running the Derby this weekend, and that's postponed till September now. So folks are figuring out different ways to gather, like here at Bluebird Festival, and I'm so glad that the festival, like usual, is reaching out to help care for their community and the artists. So make sure to support. We're all of us artists are donating our time and energy to help bring you all a little bit of joy so that you can share the same back with others. I'm going to wrap up with one more song, which I've had a lot of people asking me to play because everybody's been touched by this experience in different ways, and it's, we will all remember this for the rest of our lives. So this one's called Loving Memory. Let me be the cool breeze in the burning rush of the world. Let me be the gentle hum of your wheels on the lonesome road. Let this be the song on the radio that gets you home. Let this be the thing you find you had but were never told. Just let me be your loving memory. Let this be the first page in the book you write someday. Let me be your secret kept in a never-knowing age. Let this be the song on the radio that gets you home. Let me be the thing you find you had but were never told. Just let me be your loving memory. Let me be your loving memory. Have a beautiful weekend, everybody. See you down the line, maybe sometime in Kentucky. Bye, y'all.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All my fears are running wild, dragging me mile after mile. This time I take the race, play the hero for a change. 'Cause I'm stronger than mine. Fears over fields of doubt I march, fighting hard to free my heart. Still I hear my own fears call. Who are you to stand so tall? I'm stronger
Hey y'all, Andy Thorne here. Stoked to be here as a part of Strings and Stories from Home for the Future Arts Foundation. Love those guys and what they've been doing. Well, my strings are my 1938 RB1 Gibson, and my story is about our little fox friend up here in Boulder. And this, like, when you're a songwriter, sometimes you start writing a song about one thing and it becomes about something else without even realizing it. And that's what happened here. I started writing this song about the fox running around on the hill, thinking about someone hunting it or something, and was also seeing a lot of the news last year about all the shootings going on. And somehow this song became about gun control at the same time. And it's a little relevant right now because we've heard that everyone is stocking up on guns right now. Record gun sales in Colorado. That's kind of freaky. But we're all for gun control. So here's a new song I wrote. It's going to be on the next Leftover Salmon album. Really psyched about that. And this one is called Run, Red Fox, Run. Run, Red Fox, run. Run, Red Fox, run. Run, Red Fox, run. There's a man with a gun. Red Fox, run. Gun-toting man. That gun-toting man. That gun-toting man. He don't care about this land, just gun in hand. Well, he'll chase you through the church house and the schoolyard. He'll snipe you down from half a mile away. He hides behind an automatic rifle. These tools are war no place in modern day. Run, Red Fox, run. Run, Red Fox, run. Run, Red Fox, run. There's a man with a gun. Red Fox, run. Hide from a gun, nowhere to run. Well, they say it is their right, the freedom to bear arms, but the founding fathers never saw it causing so much harm. How many more children have to die before we say it's time to go and put that gun away? You run, Red Fox, run. Run, Red Fox, run. Run, Red Fox, run. There's a man with a gun. Red Fox, run. Well, thoughts and prayers to broken stairs ain't helping, 'cause the country is owned by the NRA. When the fox is gone, we all move on, but just know this was never about a red fox anyway. And run, Red Fox, run. Run, Red Fox, run. Run, Red Fox, run. There's a man with a gun. Red Fox, run. Run, Red Fox, run. Run, Red Fox, run. Run, Red Fox, run. There's a man with a gun. Red Fox, run. There you go. There you go, y'all. That's my strings and my story. So, thank you.
We fight the same fights, we drop the same bombs, put up the same walls over and over again. How many lifetimes